Something about Erica Badu, or even though Pisces you can have in your chart. Let's get Scorpio. Just share messages, my bad. Hopefully we three eyes. This is for Scorpio placements. You don't have to be a Scorpio sun sign to get these messages, so there's that. So if it resonates, cool. If it don't, it's all good. You want to keep it moving, alright? I'm about to pull out some other shit. I already tried to do a reading for you and I couldn't. This was around that moon that we had though, so that was probably why, so apologies. But I'm about to see what the fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what's going on now. Let's see what's up. Let's see what else we can find out. What else we can get out of these. I'm about to pull some different cards because I just feel like it. About to see what's up. I don't think you're mine. You like dark stuff. I think. Let's just see what's up. The dark side of the moon. Pink Floyd. That's good. Let's see what we want. Somebody may like Glorilla or whatever her name is. you might gave somebody too many chances and you're just like, no. It's not for everybody though, so don't worry about it. Let's see what we want, y'all. Let's see what we want. They talk about anime. Anyways, let's see what we want. See what we want for random ass Scorpios. We're gonna get some into the dark side of some shit. Not like that, but habits and shit. I forgot to bring a particular deck with me, so I'm gonna have to wait until like November to even go and get that, because I'm not going all the way back. So somebody is, so somebody is casting spells to control you? Okay, so that's somebody's bad trait. This be you. Sure, somebody can see you like this. Who knows? It doesn't matter as long, you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, opinions are opinions, but if you're actually doing it, then you know who you are, you know what's up. I'm not going to tell you stop doing it. I'm just going to say it's best to be wise. That's all I'm going to say. But people don't care, so if they don't care about their own shit, I don't care either. Alright. So somebody can definitely be trying to argue or something like that. This is not for everybody. It's not going to be why, because this is on a whole nother scale of fuck shit, if you want to say that. Now this is just random, you know, this is if you were dealing with this or if somebody felt like you were this. That's all this is. It's not it's nothing other than that. So, okay, somebody may, I mean, you may feel like somebody's a pathological liar. You may feel like they lie to cover up the fact that they cheat or that they're cheating. Let me put these cards away. You may feel like this is a bad trait of someone. This is somebody that feel like this about you. It does not match toward. Somebody may feel like, you know, your bad trait is that you lie to cover up shit, and that you cast spells behind the scenes. It is what it is, man. If it's true, it's true. If it's not, don't fucking worry about it. And let it just be all in their mind. Or assuming that you do so. Some of you guys are, though. Some magicians here. Some of you guys may definitely be cursing somebody's love life or something, or somebody feels like you are. Oh man, Hermit is here. You're dealing with a Virgo or a Sag. You can have any of that in your chart. Who we doing? No, you can be a Sag. You can be a Scorp Sag. Scorpio Vedic, Saturn Vedic. It does not matter. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even ask. So, if you're wondering if somebody's casting spells or whatever the fuck this is, possibly. It could be Aquarius, it don't have to be. Seven of Swords is here though, so somebody, possibly, yeah. And I mean, you may feel like somebody else is this though, since this is your reading. I mean, this can be two people feeling like this about each other. It doesn't matter. A relationship is here though, or something to do with people being together or under one roof. So, yeah. Excuse me, it could be marriage too. It's a possibility that this person could be doing this stuff now. If this is you, obviously something is true. If this is you, somebody feels like that you could be doing these things, and you damn sure could, maybe. This is bad. Yeah. This is real bad. Not like that, but give me a second. Somebody definitely could be portraying themselves as a friend. I'm getting hiccups out of nowhere. Literally. And everything was fine. Somebody don't want this to be said. Oh, fucking well. This could be a family situation or a community. somebody be feeling like, yeah, they may be acting like, yeah, I'm your friend, Scorpio. You know that, right? We're friends, right? But all in the meantime, behind closed doors, seven of Swords and all this other shit. So somebody's sneaky as fuck. They're pretending to be a friend. This is not for everyone. Or somebody feels like you're pretending to be somebody's friend. You're a liar. You're a Decepticon. You have a hidden agenda, and it's all about survival for you. So it's like, I mean, maybe shit. I don't know. Somebody feel like somebody does something only for self gain, self interest. Somebody's a thief. Or like a period, bro. So this could be somebody in your family. Or somebody that you live with. It's just so wild. Yeah, shock to the system. Somebody may feel like somebody's being sneaky. Like sneaky is hit twice. But in two different, so somebody's definitely sneaky as shit. I just don't, either somebody's married to, in a relationship with, or and living with. This be another Scorpio, or somebody feels like this about you. This be a Pisces. I did say something about Pisces, like in the beginning. I got in, it was like the beginning of a song for Erykah Badu. That, whatever. That was probably the worst. But I think it's the song. It was that song. It was the beginning of it. I heard that. Whatever that bubbly shit is in the beginning. So somebody may feel like you made a wrong turn. Could be a Capricorn, could be an Aries, or a fire sign. Female, don't have to, but heavy on the I don't know who the fuck the spells could be like death and shit. Somebody's weird as heck, man. No, only because it's here. Now, this could also be you letting go of a situation or a person who you felt like was sneaky. And if, I mean, for some of you guys, you're not even the person that's doing this, because if you come out here to death, unless you're dealing with another Scorpio, it's saying is a no. So for somebody is a maybe, for another person is a no. Somebody's not doing something here. Now, this could also be where somebody is just like, they're repeating a negative pattern, but the pattern doesn't have to be like, it's more so of a lesson than it is of a cycle. So somebody may need to let go of like some stagnant energy of like, I don't know, some negativity. So it could just be that somebody feels a certain type of way about you or whatever, and it's hard for them to let that shit the fuck go. And instead of letting it go, they sit here and, I don't know, send the evil eye or whatever the fuck people do. And it's all because they feel like I'm in survival mode. It's either me or Scorpio. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Scorpio don't even know. Well, maybe. So I don't know. And this could definitely be a so-called friend that's actually an enemy for some of you guys, not for everyone. But it's a pattern of negativity here for someone. It's just how they perceive things. Now, this can also be you that's trying to purge or cleanse some type of energy that somebody's throwing in your direction, because this is like their whole strategy for whatever reason. It's like they're doing this so that they can get something out of it. I don't know what the fuck that is. Hold up. What can somebody get out of this? Payback? I don't have time for this shit. It's payback. To hell with all that. It's simple as that. Somebody just wants payback. Whatever. I'll leave that alone. I don't know if somebody felt like you did something to him. I have no clue. Scorpio. You probably don't even know that you even did anything, and you probably didn't do anything at all. And somebody just like, it had to be that Scorpio, because I hate Scorpio, so they should hate me. Like, Scorpio may not even know who you are, person, maybe not. So somebody bases everything that happens to them, like any type of bad karma, whatever, to, oh, it must have been Scorpio doing this to me. They're throwing at me. They're sending negative energy my way, blah, 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 blah. And meanwhile, you're over here, motherfucking, tanning on a beach somewhere in motherfucking the Maldives or or some crazy ass shit. You're just like, hold up, what? It's like, you don't even know what's going on. Yeah, somebody just needs to accept defeat, like, but they don't want to. Somebody's in their ego. That's what it is. It's all ego for them. So they don't. It's like something's not over to the fat lady sings for them. The fat lady has not sung. They haven't either. There's tension in the air. Somebody feels completely, just bitter and mad for whatever reason. They don't want to let it go. I don't know what this is. It's like they have to win at all costs. This can definitely be an Aquarius. Now, if we're just talking about traits and people's dark side, this can just definitely be what they have to, or you or whomever has to work with. So if somebody has a hard time, having a conversation or a disagreement without getting irate, that's something they got to work on. Somebody may have like anger issues, to where whenever it comes to a point to where something happens and they resent someone, they carry that shit for fucking ever, and they'll literally have a side eye for somebody forever, and always will have an issue with that person or whomever, and it's mostly because it's hard for them to kind of it's hard for them to agree to disagree. Especially if somebody feels like, oh, I've been dishonored in some way, or somebody has disobeyed me, or that'll cost you your life, like literally. But somebody, you know, is more so like, I'm not going out without a fight. Somebody likes donuts, obviously, but I'm getting that right now. I'm tasting them. But it's like the sugar, or I don't even know what the fuck, or who wants sugar on already sweet ass donuts. But I think that's the thing. Or somebody's getting donuts here soon. Anyways, or a crumble cookie or some shit, I don't know. But yeah, it's like somebody's all in it for self. It's like, I'm arguing with you because I have an agenda. My agenda is to win. I don't give a fuck who's in my way. By all means, I have to win this whatever, this argument, this whatever with Scorpio. And I don't know why it's that serious, but somebody wants some fucking revenge, bro. This is not everybody, obviously. And it's all because of power struggles and ego and conquering. So, somebody doesn't want to accept defeat. Okay. And this could just be somebody who doesn't like hearing no when it comes to like romantic gestures, or somebody asking someone out, or somebody could have been trying to, yeah, because I'm getting Glorilla, but then I was getting like, wait, chance after chance. Wait, I gave him a chance after chance after chance. Nigga, nope. So, I don't know. It's something about, you're just like, you're not interested or something, and somebody's mad at that because they go, if I can't have Scorpio, then nobody's gonna have Scorpio. I'm about to make sure that I'm gonna ruin their fucking life and their love life and everything that comes along with it. What the fuck is wrong with someone? I'm too tired for this shit. Somebody loves to argue when they like drama, so that's their trait. That's their bad trait that you need to fucking figure out. But they don't want to. They're just like, no, I'm not, no. So somebody's stubborn as fuck. Yeah. Yep. So you can definitely be, you can definitely be freeing yourself from a situation and looking towards the future for, you know, something else. You know, just could just be peace, to be completely honest, for someone. Like, they just want to be at peace. And if somebody's constantly bugging you and you're telling them, no, I don't want to go out, I don't want to date you, I don't want whatever, for whatever reason, because there could be a reason why, big time, and somebody doesn't like to hear the word no. Especially if you found out somebody was cheating and they lied about it to cover it up. They're mad about that, so they're going to keep bugging or pressing you until, or whomever this is for, until somebody finally say, okay, I'll take you back, or whatever. It's a cycle. And somebody is just like ruthless, heavy on the Aquarius, unless it's in your chart. Somebody's not giving up. They don't give a fuck if they out of their socks and motherfucking drawers. They give a fuck. They can be outside, fucking 30 degrees out, coat, wife beater, boxers, and no socks on. They gonna be out there. Scorpio, holding up a fucking boom box. You gonna listen to this? You gonna listen to this fucking song, Scorpio? You gonna come out here and love me? That's wild. What's up with this? Oh man, what's up with the lies? What's up with the lies? Think we're done with the Virg. Yeah, somebody is afraid that you're going to find something out. Yeah, I feel like you already did. Somebody could be living a double life too. I got booty bandit, whatever. Or somebody can live a double life, or somebody. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I think I know what that's about, but anyways. Or somebody just, they like anal, whomever that's for. Somebody, what is up with this Aquarius ass energy and this Seven of Swords shit? Somebody just don't want to get found out. They don't want their lies to be exposed. It's so hard. Somebody's having a hard time with the fact that their mask is fucking cracking the fuck open. Somebody lives a double life. Somebody's afraid of people finding out about shit. But shit's hit the fan already. So there's nothing else to cover up. Seven of Swords, all the lies and the trickery and whatever the fuck, that shit will be exposed. We still got a little bit of 2024 left, so somebody need to buckle up. You know what I mean? It's a group effort, alright? Now I kind of feel like I know what this is about. Who am I doing again? Yeah, Scorpio. Oh shit, yeah, I do know. But he's actually a Libra in Vedic. I just want to know what the other fucking. I bet he's a Libra in Vedic with Scorpio moon, because Scorpio moons is like, if they're not careful and don't work with their shit and fix and focus on like what it is they need to like fix when it comes to, because that moon is hard as shit. So it's really rewarding, I bet his ass is like a Libra in Vedic, Libra sun in Vedic. I bet he got a Scorpio moon. He may even got a Scorpio Venus. It's very scorpionic energy in his chart, but I don't feel like he's a sun sign Scorpio. He's not. I feel like he's definitely a Libra Scorpio, and something is like, I don't know what, he must have like an Earth rising, because he puts up a fucking front. Very cold, or he got an air rising. Maybe he got an Aquarius rising with a Scorpio moon or some shit like that. He got something, or he has some rising, either earth or air. I definitely don't believe it's water. The only water I feel like he may have in this chart really is his Scorpio. Sorry, it's his moon or his Venus, and I feel like that's either. I know one of them gotta be Scorpio. Y'all probably like, what the fuck am I talking about? You know. Somebody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about, my bad. Anyways, yeah, somebody is definitely like afraid here, or somebody's anxious about the lies that, something. If this is just a regular ass situation, somebody's definitely afraid that you're gonna find out something about their life, how they live their life, or their lifestyle, or whatever the case may be. Something's about to go on smoke. Somebody's definitely a player, heavy Sag here, and somebody's definitely, or my bad, heavy Leo, but it could be Sag. It could be you, shit. Maybe somebody feels like this about you. Maybe it is. Hey, if it is, what you gonna do about it? You gonna live in your truth, or own up to your shit, or what? Somebody definitely go both ways, which is fine. But if you're undercover and down low about it, that's a different story. Because that's fucked up. There's enough of that shit going around now. I swear, it's like people feel like it's alright to go around being married, fucking with guys, and then bring that shit home to their wife. Like, that's some fucking cruel ass, non-caring, inconsiderate ass shit ever. Like, yeah, somebody's looking to get fucking killed. Somebody's looking to get stabbed in their sleep, doing shit like that. Then the woman, if I'm not mistaken, a woman did end up killing her husband, right? Because she found out that he was like sleeping around with like men and women, or whatever, or she-in, or whatever the fucking case may be, and she ended up like ending his life. For real. Or it was something like he didn't tell her that he was like HIV positive or some shit like that, and she found out by going to a cookout. And drinks were involved, and I think a cousin of the man had said, or the person that her husband was like, yeah, it's crazy that, it's good that you're a good woman for being there, or being with my cousin and all this other stuff, him having a sickness, and she thought his ass had sickle cell, and he didn't. That was a fucking lie. So he straight up lied, and if I'm not mistaken, she killed him. I don't know how or when or whatever, but I think she actually unalived him because she didn't even know that that's what really was going. That's what really his sickness was. He didn't say shit. He just didn't say shit, which is that's I'm like, motherfuckers out here looking to die because my goodness. Oh man, talking about slow, painful death. There's plenty of ways. I'm thinking of what you call it off of Orange is the New Black. She was like, plenty of socks, plenty of socks, plenty of locks. Literally putting fucking locks and tube socks and busting somebody upside the head. Like, bro, motherfucker will be dead. For sure. People out here must be looking to get slaughtered in their sleep doing shit like this to people. So somebody definitely is like, living a double life. Their lifestyle is all kinds of fucking weird and fucked up, and somebody doesn't want anybody to know about this. Somebody's definitely trying to hold back from, telling people about some shit. Or telling somebody about something here. But word travels fast, huh? So somebody's about to get some type of clarity about someone, awareness. So somebody needs to be aware of someone here who's like, they're a pathological liar and a cheater. And that's what they're trying to cover up so harshly. So while they're having nightmares and shit, it's because they don't want to be found the fuck out. That's all. Virgo is here, heavy. Also have a little bit of Cancer, a little bit of Gemini, but big time on somebody's lifestyle and how they get down. King of Swords here, heavy on the air, but this is Aquarius, so I keep getting Aquarius. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I have no fucking clue. But somebody definitely needs to, the Ace of Wands here too. Yeah, somebody needs to like break it off with somebody, especially if it's just a sexual based thing. Somebody can't even get it up for the particular sex any fucking ways. And if somebody's acting cold, my bad, that's loud. If somebody's acting cold and shit towards you, it's because, or if somebody's mean as fuck. If you're a female and a guy is mean as shit to you, but they're all cool with the homies, that's something that would be like, okay, hold on. Or vice versa, I don't know. But I doubt females just be doing that shit randomly. That's more of a masculine thing, no offense. Not saying females aren't capable of doing that shit, but a lot of us care too fucking much to be doing shit like that. Men don't give a fuck. No offense, not saying that y'all got feelings, but I don't give a fuck if you take offense to it or not. It's just a thing. Ooh, that's the wrong deck. Oops. Alright, let's see. I just want to take a spin on the reading and see what came up. Yeah, somebody lies to someone on a regular basis. It's best to let them go. Yeah, somebody's wearing like, this mask is, look at these damn masks. Masquerade shit mask. It's like crazy. Yeah, cheating, physical cheating. They're sexually involved with someone else. Big time on the same sex too. Can be females as well. So somebody's insecure, so that's why they do this shit they do. Yeah, nobody got time for that. That's the wackest cop-out ever. I cheat because, no, the fuck out of here. You cheat because that's just who you are. Just go ahead and say that. That's fine. Somebody might also be the type of person like the one-up, like trauma, like, oh, you've been through that? Well, I've been through this, plus that, and this. It's like, look, so what? Trauma is trauma. The fuck are you sitting here, let's compare trauma. That shit is, that, what? So somebody's definitely like a gaslighter. They like to send mixed signals. Like somebody's like emotionally abusive, mentally abusive. Somebody's just abusive. That's not for everybody. Or it's you. Shit, I don't know. Hopefully not. But everybody is always bad bunches of whatever sign. I don't care what sign you are. It's always bad bunches. So when people get up into shit like, I will never date a Scorpio again. So you dated all Scorpios on this planet, and you know how all Scorpios are. No, you just happen to deal with the fuck out Scorpio that could have actually been like either a Sagittarius in Vedic or a motherfucking Libra. I'm about to say Leo. Libra in Vedic. You don't know if somebody is an actual Scorpio at heart. So nobody can sit here and say, oh yeah, like all Scorpios. Like, you don't fucking know if all Scorpios is like that. I've dated 2 different type of Aries. I've dated, and it just really depends, you know, what's in their chart and whatnot. I even dated an Aries that we had the same birthday. We're not the same, because she had different traumas than I had, and that was a long ass time ago. Didn't matter. Like, I understood exactly what the fuck was going on. And then who else? I dated I dated a Taurus that was actually an Aries in Vedic. Made so much sense, and it's crazy because I'm like, I don't really fuck with Tauruses like that. No offense, I just don't. They move too slow for me, or they like to stay stuck in one place for fucking ever, unless they got certain placements. And in Vedic, really actually Aries, and it was crazy because it was like, where you move like a Taurus, but you act like an Aries. I don't got time for that shit. I need you to move and act like you should move and act like one thing. Let's go. Come on. I don't have we're not gonna sit here for 8 years in the same town and ain't shit happening. Motherfuckers not doing anything. We working the same job for 12 years. That's not me. If the shit's not moving, shit's not doing anything, and motherfuckers is miserable, why the fuck would I be there? I don't understand that shit. I don't give a fuck his family is there. I don't care if I understand people have kids and shit, so they can't just up and move. But it's like, I don't know. It is wild. Some of you guys could be traveling soon. Could be by yourself too. Could be a spiritual thing. Spiritual journey type of travel, you know. Lone wolf shit. Maybe you are a lone wolf, whatever the case may be. Anyways, Scorpio, I just wanted to see what the fuck would come out in these cards. Those in particular. I'm sorry if it's like not for everybody, because it's not. I don't even feel like doing Taurus reading because I just don't. You know. So I'll probably just do collective readings. This was just a little bonus, Taurus. Oh, you can be done with a Taurus. This was a little bonus, Scorpio. Not saying any of that stuff I was saying is about a Taurus. No, because I didn't see Taurus in there at all. It was a bunch of Aquarius and more Scorpio, Sag. I think that's pretty much it. Oh man. I just wanted to see what those cards were hitting on, but I'm not going to do that shit again. Not right now. So I'm going to do somebody's sacral chakra as well. Okay. That's that Diddy shit. I wonder where he's at, if he's still doing videos. I've got his name. That was funny. Alright, I'm out. Let's see. Ask your cards. I'm not asking them anything right now. Sorry. Whoever's moderated, you're doing a great job. Yeah, thank you very much. It's evil what's being done. Yeah. It was not a full Scorpio, only Scorpio moon. What are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about like who you're dealing with? Or what you're dealing with? My bad, I'm just reading back on shit because I don't pay attention to this shit. I can't. It's hard for me to pay attention to this stuff. Half the time, people just be saying dumbass shit. I can't understand you. It's probably, I'm reading all the way back. It's probably not for you to understand. Let's see. Nothing. Bunch of deleted shit. Yay, whoop, Scorpio. Hi, Scorpios, the people that's in here. When did they let you out? Shit, I don't know. Probably like, who knows? Could it be a Leo? I recently heard they changed it. I don't know what that's about. There's a spider on that pillow. Seriously. So what? Let's see. Probably found the 13th one. Mess it up. I don't know what that's about. What if I feel some type of way about myself? I'm a Scorpio. How I look at myself. That's just how it is. Well, when it comes to feeling some type of way, it depends on what you mean by feeling some type of. I know I'm reading way back, so he's probably not even in here. Who was that? Anthony Chambers. My bad. What if I feel some type of way about myself? I don't. What do you mean? What if you feel some type of way? I see you're using the quality cards, the clever, intelligent ones. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. You Scorpio women are crazy. The bad shit, yeah. Scorpios can be. Like, how do you break generational curses? By doing the opposite of what people are trying to tell you to do. So if your family was all inbred, don't fucking do it. If your mother seemed to have you and other kids never was married, or maybe they were married and it just wasn't, they was in abusive marriages, they had kids out of wedlock, they didn't really want to have children, but there it is, whatever. Best thing for you to do is not do the same thing. It's for you to kind of go the other direction, focus on yourself, heal yourself. Whenever you're ready to have children, if you ever want to have children, wait until it's best for you. Don't have nobody pressure you into doing certain things, etc., etc. It's not really that. It's not rocket science. Breaking generational curses is not hard as long as you know what the fuck it is. You just gotta look at like who's around you, your family, close people, especially like mother, father. Definitely, big time starts with them, and then also grandma, grandpa, etc., etc. How they went about things, were they married, what happened in their marriage, how did they go about things. My grandma, my grandma was married. They had like 18 kids total, and except for one, everybody, except for the oldest one, everybody was, from the same in the same marriage. It wasn't out of, nobody cheated. Well, I don't know entirely when it comes down to that, but everybody, well, my bad, 16 kids, not 18. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 18. So they were married for years and years and years. They broke a generational curse by staying married and actually moving. My mom's side, my grandma, her sisters they wanted her husband, which is my grandpa, they wanted him, they liked him, they wanted him for themselves, so they was trying to get her not to marry my grandpa. The fuck? But that just didn't, it didn't work. They moved up north, XYZ, they had 16 kids, or 15, one of them was not, but that was like when my grandma was pregnant, that's when my grandpa actually married her, so the first one that she had wasn't his, but all the ones after that was. My grandma didn't learn how to invest and stuff like that, so that was a big one when it comes to generational curses. It's something that, us as me and my cousins and shit, first cousins, we were supposed to be the people who break things of that nature, especially if our own parents didn't really help us understand, when it comes to investments and money, financial matters and shit like that. So that was one thing. When it comes down to me personally, my mom, she was married twice, but the second time she ever got married was, she's a widower now, but she only got married twice. She was never married to my father. So I saw a lot of things that let me know that that's not my path. I wasn't supposed to be sitting here having children, and knowing that I wasn't ready, knowing that I wasn't emotionally, financially, mentally, any of that type of ready to even be thinking about children. When it comes down to marriage too, that was another thing that it was just I just kind of pretty much, uh, I've seen a lot. Like, crazy thing is though, um, she did have a successful. Her first marriage could have been, but he was very like childish. Not really childish. He wasn't good with finances, and he liked what he liked. So he was a cheater, Libra. So that's that. Um, and then it's only me and my brother. I got an older brother and I got a younger brother. But the younger brother is my dad's son, so that's my actual brother. And then my oldest brother is my mom's son. So I'm in the middle, and I don't think my mom married either one of our dads. So that's one generational curse for me, because it's just like that's something that I had to break, and my older brother too, because I don't think he has any children. Yeah, he doesn't have any children, not that I know of. And I don't either. So, and my younger brother doesn't either. So we're all like, I mean, my older brother is like in his 40s. I'm in my 30s. My younger brother's in his 20s. None of us have children, and because I know why I'm not, but my younger brother is very, he went to college, he graduated, he's very smart, all this other stuff. He's actually a Scorpio, actually, but doesn't matter. And, he's not looking at having children, and he has, his head is straight, good head on his shoulders. He's not out here doing these type of things. He doesn't even use females who have things if he knows that he's not able to match that. He will definitely let them like go, because that's fucked up to be dealing with somebody and using them while just because they will allow it, or because they're like, let me buy you this, let me do this and that. He doesn't take advantage of females, which is crazy, because it's like a lot of people out here that will take advantage of females. There's people that out here that's older than me that will take advantage of females because they don't have much of anything, or they just like, they're takers, take, and they don't give shit. So, and they just treat people like whatever, like disposable. So that's one thing that I'm proud of him for not doing those things, because, not many people out here, especially younger people, don't do anything like that. And then on my dad's side, my dad's been married for a long ass time. This is whatever when it comes to that. But my dad was a player for like ever, for the most part, and ran streets, all kinds of shit. And that's another generational curse that I broke in, because I didn't run streets like that. I had my little times back when I was like in high school, but I didn't run streets like that. I stayed to myself most of my life. So that was one generational curse that I broke in. And then the fact that I have made it to almost mid-30s, no children, and doing what I need to do, because a lot of people don't even know what the fuck they want to do until they're in their 40s. Some people don't even know what they want to do until they're in their 50s. And shit like that. And it's just like people out here having children straight out of high school. No offense to any of that, but that's not everybody's destiny. That's not what everybody's supposed to be doing. Like, not everybody's supposed to have children. Not everybody's supposed to be married. Some people are supposed to have like a loner journey. Not saying everybody, but some people are meant to be doing different things, so they're not meant to follow the path of their mothers and their fathers and shit. Like, it's great if your mother and your father are good people and they got their head on straight and this, that, and the third, but that doesn't mean that it's something that you're supposed to be doing. Just because your mother is like, she works, who knows, just because your parents is doing these amazing things and whatnot doesn't mean you're supposed to be following suit. You're not, just because they have kids at a young age doesn't mean that you're supposed to. And I feel like people who do is like a lesson behind a lot of those things. Not saying that you don't have time to break those generational curses. You definitely are supposed to learn from whatever that is to apply it to whatever's next. And then take that and run with it. And some people don't. They have one child, they didn't plan for it, they didn't want a child, all this other stuff, and then they resent people and resent things. And then they have another child, and it's just like, I don't understand a lot of that shit. I'm just sitting here like it's crazy, because you see too many stories and too many things about people out here killing their own children, and their child's father and or child's mother and drowning the child and crashing a car and throwing kids out the window and out the fucking car door. It's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So generational curses is big ones. You got financial ones. You have some people who grow up in, like, you can't pick your family. So, I mean, sometimes, I guess. I mean, your actual family. So people grow up and have a bunch of, like, incest within their bloodline. And they'll continue it. And it's up to a person to stop that shit. Like, who the fuck want to marry their cousin? I mean, yeah, it's understandable that humans are humans and people can look good and you're like, damn, that doesn't mean like you go after that and you touch it and then marry it and then fucking have kids with it and shit like that. That's I don't give a fuck if your first cousin, second, third. I don't give a fuck. That shit's it's not it. It's not right. I feel like a lot of that shit is disgusting, point blank and period. So it's a lot of different generational curses. You just gotta know what the fuck it is that you need to, my bad, it's just, randomly. But it's a lot of things, a lot of different generational curses that you can break. You just gotta know what it is. And I don't know everybody's history. I can't sit here and say that, oh, your generational curse is this, so do it. Like, I don't fucking know. You have to study and see what your family was about. What was your mom and dad like if they were in your life? This could be another thing too, where say your mother wasn't in your life at all, and shit, say your mother or your father wasn't in your life at all, and it could be reasons why. Maybe these drugs. It could be this, that, and the third. The generational curse break of that possibly could be that you don't end up on drugs and doing the same shit and fall into that rabbit hole and then having kids and abandoning them as well. Breaking that would kind of be like staying sober and possibly actually advocating, or being some type of guidance counselor or something for people, especially youth or whatever, to not fall into shit like that, because you already know what that can lead to, and it can also be where, if you were to have kids and that's something that went on in your life, you actually do the opposite with your children. You teach them things. You're with them every step of the way of whatever they're going through in life and shit like that. So there's a lot of different things when it comes to generational curses. So I don't really be sitting here like, I can't tell you exactly what's up. I can tell you, me personally, my shit to break, but everybody got different things when it comes to their family. A lot of people don't really go after it because you see people on this shit trolling and saying the dumbest shit in the world. So I don't know. And I just be like, yeah, y'all, this just be wild. My bad. So Sagittarius bad to be with a Scorpio? No, it just depends on what's going on. It depends. If you want to support the channel, please hit. Oh, thank you, YS. My bad. I'll be in here and doing my own thing. I'll be paying attention sometimes. I appreciate you. Scorpio. Armin, I don't know if you're still in here, but nice. Oh, are you, if you're still in here, you're Muslim, I'm guessing. Assalamu alaikum, yeah. Sorry, I had to hide a bunch of trolls. Yeah, that's fine. That's just, where are you living in? I converted a U-Haul trailer. I'm in a Ram ProMaster. It's not converted because I'm in a hot ass climate, so I didn't do any of like insulation or anything like that because there's no point. Well, I'm not gonna say there's no point because it's like, even it being hot it is kind of crazy, but at the same time, the weather's changing, so it's not going to be as ridiculous as it hasn't been. I can say it as it was, as it's been. But I've seen some people convert mad things. I've been wanting to do this for like 4 or 5 years now. Like, long ass time I've been wanting to do something like this. I had a cargo van and I sold it. Well, I had a cargo van to work out of. I was actually working out of it. I was an independent contractor, all that. and I ended up selling it because I had gotten like I had started driving trucks, and so I kind of needed a car to get to point A to point B, an actual car. So I had sold the van because it wasn't like the type of work I was doing. I just felt like I wasn't getting paid enough for that shit. So I was like, you know what, let me just sell the van, give me a regular car, and then, you know, drive trucks. And that's what I did. And I could have took that van and converted it because it was like perfect. It had a backup camera. It had the beep thing, which let people know that, you know, you're backing up. It was like perfect. It was from, I bought it off of somebody who got it from some people, I think Pepsi, either Pepsi or Coca-Cola company that was using it to deliver like, I think canned sodas or something like that. So like different gas stations or some shit, I forgot, or vendors, I forgot. But they got it off of a, I want to say it was like a, what is it called? Not jail, but it was like a government official car, like a van or whatever. I think it was like a federal thing. And then this company had bought it to move their stuff. And then when COVID hit, they had moved overseas and they was trying to sell it. So that's why I had gotten it. And it was really nice. It was a Chevy, I want to say. I think it was a Chevy or I think it was a Chevy. It might have been a GMC, but I think it was a Chevy. Yeah, it was a Chevy. And it was definitely dope. I could have definitely converted it, but me, I'm tall, so this is better than that would have been. And I finally, like, I've been wanting to do this for so long. I've been following that whole thing for the longest. And I've been wanting to do this because it makes sense. It makes sense for certain people. I wouldn't advise people who have kids, because we see it a lot, people who have children and shit like that, that be doing this whole van life shit with kids. I don't know how the fuck they do it, because it's already like, this is only a 2500, so it's spacious, but it's not kids and dogs and shit. I mean, if they was going to get like some people do convert like the school buses, which is smart. That's interesting when people convert like the big school buses. But still, if you have children, like mad children, I don't know about that. But if you have like maybe one child, maybe two, it may make sense. But not if you have like 6 kids and doing van life. That shit's wild. Like, I don't know what the fuck people be on with that shit. But yeah, I seen one dude, he had like a old, what's good? But it was one dude I seen, he had like a old, I want to say it wasn't a 26 footer, it was like less than a 26 foot box truck. But he had converted the whole damn thing. Like, this shit looks so dope on the inside. He had it so fucking nice. And you wouldn't even be able to tell that it was, like, livable, because it looked like a regular work truck. So, it was just, you know, it's different people who do different things. But the ones you see, the converted vans you see that are, like, really set up, like, crazy nice, those shits are at least going for, like, most of those nice ones, you're not gonna get under 50,000. I'm telling you that now. So if you're gonna get like if you're gonna do something, unless you're doing it yourself, also, but it is people who, if you get a van, something like this, and then you can get people who will starting at like 20,000 deck it out. But it really depends who you're going to. Me personally, I didn't really look into any of that stuff because I didn't care like for any of that. All I needed was the necessities, like bare necessities, and I'm resourceful, so I can make shit do. But some people will be wanting to get it all decked out, and they want to have like a big old bed with like a shower and all this other stuff, and you just gotta know how to make shit work. Like me personally, I already work out, so I got a gym membership and all the other stuff. If I wanted to shower in here, I could, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary because I got gyms all over around me, so there's no point in doing all that. And so I just I make shit work. Um, but for the most part, you can get a decent van for like 20K. It really depends though. Like, it was another van I seen that was dope as fuck. I think it was like a Chevy Astro, or I forgot what it was called. It might have been kind of the same one like the cargo van I had. And he had it decked out. It wasn't like decked out to where it was like a shower and all that stuff, but it was like decked out to where it was a possibility you could kind of see how you could like fix it up if you wanted to. But it was a lot. What the fuck? Shower sounds. Oh, hell yeah. That's kind of crazy because I was just thinking about that shit the other day. I was like, because I forgot to bring mine. And so what I did was just use like whatever the clothes, like whatever I was taking off, I just put a shirt like on the ground. I didn't care if it got wet or anything, because I was going to wring it out and that was going to dirty clothes anyways. But hell yeah, like if you ever shower at any of these places, most definitely get you some sandals, some whatever, to keep yourself from like, because you just don't know what the fuck you get yourself into. And they like to say that these showers are squeaky clean. Like, fuck no, they don't do all that. They be hiring people who are like in college and shit and don't give a damn about cleaning no damn bathrooms like that. So they'll do the bare minimum. Not all of them, but I believe so. But yeah, I mean, if you're resourceful and you know how to fucking live, like you know how to do what you need to do. And the main reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time anyways, because if you don't necessarily need to rent, you don't have to. Like, for some people, they like the security of it. That's fine, you know, renting. I feel like the reason why I don't do it is because you're throwing away money, literally. You can spend $1,400 a month to rent a place, and that's just the rent. That's not adding like that's not adding. I mean, most times rent usually come with like, they may come with like water. Most times it's water, and they don't add on electricity. But a lot of times it comes with like water. But most times you still have an electricity bill. You still got, you know, certain things like that. So that adds up. Say your rent is like $1,400, and that's just like me thinking a couple years ago, because I don't know what it is now. Say your rent is like $1,400, and then you also got to add on, if you have a car note, you got to add that on. If you have insurance, you got to add that shit on. If you have you got to add on like electricity bill, you got to add on, don't know if people have gas or not, you know, because I don't know, it's different for everybody. You have to add on internet, which that's a must here too. So even if you do something like this, you gotta think about that as well. But some people get Starlink, some people do T-Mobile. It just really depends. But adding all that up, say all that together is like $1,700. And think about that shit. 1,700 times 12. That's only if you're renting, you know, a year, and we're not talking about 6 months, because when it comes down to something you renting out something for 6 months, you're actually like paying more. So that's kind of like, it's not really, you're not getting off easy. You're actually end up dishing out more. So if your rent and everything included, all your bills and everything like that, I'm talking about groceries, everything. Unless you're really minimalistic, you're probably dishing out about $2,000 a month, maybe less. Unless your rent is already $2,000, and then you just add more shit onto that. That's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 20, 22, that's like $24,000 to $25,000 a year. So why are you like, why the fuck is anybody paying that much a year for something they don't even own? Think about that shit. When we have all this stuff, we got solar panels now, and unless you live in fucking Alaska, you shouldn't really have much of an issue with powering up things for electricity, to use. So you have, especially if you're an electrician and you know how to fix things, you know how to put things together, you know how to put together like an inverter or any type of electrical equipment. Give me a second. I need to. This is about to die. I feel like that fuse is out or something. Hold on. Okay, put this down. But yeah. Damn. I need this to be longer. I don't feel like doing all that. Shit. Hold on. But yeah, it's like, if you think about it, you paying like close to $25,000 a year, and that's just alone rent. Maybe less if you're not adding on the other stuff. Hold on. Pays about $600 for gas. Yeah, California, I bet it is expensive. It's for actually work. It's all about, for whoever asked that, who was that? How does tarot work? It's cards. I mean, some people read the cards. Some people, it's energy. They can read energy. And some people just know shit. It just really depends on what type of reader you are. So, even just the room is damn near. It was like, okay, it's crazy because I went to, when I'm up in Jersey, religion, politics is kind of fun. But I was in Jersey, it was like, my younger brother's mom was telling me how people are crammed in, like, the high rises. She was like, yeah, people are like crammed in to those high rises, paying rent for like to live in a high rise, and they don't even have an actual room. They just sleeping on the floor and shit, just to say that they have like a spot. And that shit's crazy. I don't even know if like these people are like either roommates or they're living with family, but I think it's more so like roommates. It'd be like 5 people to a damn 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom, and everybody paying like a certain amount so that they can all afford it, or just to say that they live in a high rise and they don't even all entirely really live there. And that's a lot of fucking money if you really think about it, because those high rises, I randomly, like when I was there, I was like, let me see, like I just wanted to look to see how much a studio in a 1 bedroom is, those high rises in certain parts of Jersey. And I'm talking about right across the bridge from New York. And they were going for like 5,000-6,000 like a month. I'm like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Like, no way in fucking hell nobody's gonna get me to pay that much for something I won't even own. That's a lot of money you just don't. I don't give a fuck if you got a good job. That's stupid, to be honest. Who wants to destroy? I don't know. I don't care if somebody wants to destroy me. Let's say can't find any rent for $1,400 where I'm at. Well, if you go to Georgia, they got like certain. You gotta really do your research, because I did my research and it was decent. A 2-bedroom, 1 bath that I had gotten. Nice. Kitchen was big, nice. Only thing was upstairs neighbors. They were just fucking diabolical. Almost. But I was paying like $14.75 or something like that, and that was like last year. So it just really depends on on who. It depends on like who you go to, because I went to like some people who bought homes, or they were subcontracting with people who actually owned them. They were subcontracting with them to rent it out. So it made sense for them, they get a portion of whatever from these different places. But I researched them, and they were kind of under like a realtor that wasn't really like selling homes. It was all rent. And they had a whole bunch of homes, like, you know, renting a whole bunch of homes out. And that's where I have found it at. You know, some people be going on, what's those damn apartments.com or those, or Willow, I don't know about Willow, or Zillow, whatever the fuck it's called. I think that's actually buying homes. But when it comes to renting, like, I don't go on those regular sites. I really do my research to look into some stuff, because you may be, you know, you may actually find something that's decent, that's cheaper. I'm not gonna say cheap, but it's cheaper, and then you can go from there. What's good? The Kendrick. Horrible. Yeah, 5K. That shit was wild. I was just like, yeah, not for no 1 bedroom, no studio. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. Like, you couldn't even pay me to actually, you couldn't pay me to be anywhere near that. So, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, people were talking so much about how they can't afford this, they can't afford that. Oh, they can't afford groceries, blah blah blah. The first thing I look at is, like, where the fuck do you live? Like, first of all, where do you live? Because I think it was this video I seen where this chick was like, you know, her and her boyfriend, they work full-time jobs, and she said, we can't even really afford groceries anymore. I'm like, what? First of all, my first thing was like, okay, where do you live? Because if you can't afford groceries, you must be living somewhere where shit is just expensive for no reason. And then I'm looking at, like, you know, okay, if that's not the case, then either your ass and y'all trying to eat steak and lobster every fucking night, or you must have some crazy ass car notes, because it's something not adding up for you to not. If two people who have a home or a place, a 1 bedroom, and they're both got full-time jobs, there should be no way that they can't eat. Like, they don't have money for groceries. That doesn't make any sense. So I understand some people, they looking at all these other people living it up, thinking like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, and so they kind of just want to mimic that. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Like, don't be trying to mimic. If you, I know that it's shitty, because if you want to get something that's way below, like, you know, if you're trying to pay $700 a month, you gonna be living in a shack somewhere where you don't want to be. It may not be a shack, but it's gonna be somewhere you don't want to be. Gunshots and motherfucking getting robbed and shit, and homeless people right across the street, motherfuckers pissing on your car. It's like, no, and it's sucky, because it's literally moving, you know, it's separating poor from the rich. Literally, there's no middle class. Middle class is fucking gone. Most of us is poor, but it's not saying like we're like poor like that, but I mean like poor as far as we're not living with Vita Loca up in the hills somewhere in a big ass house, you know, using up all the electricity and not giving a damn. Like, most of us aren't. So yeah, exactly. You got mad people out here on some crazy ass drugs. So, like, I mean, it starts from somewhere, but that the whole drug epidemic is wild. I don't even smoke. I haven't smoked in over a year, going on 2 years actually. So I don't even know about that. But yeah, but if you can only afford, like, you know, $5 meal from who's doing that? Is it McDonald's? I don't eat that shit, so I guess that's what you gotta do. I mean, I miss those days, going to Jack in the Box after me and my best friend's shift. That was back when I was like in my 20s, and things was like all cool and shit, and gas is $1.99. Like, it ain't like that anymore. Oh, I know Tennessee is cheap. Tennessee, I wanted to look at land out in Tennessee actually at one point, and whenever I was driving trucks, I used to go to Tennessee a lot. Tennessee is probably one of my favorite places because of the scenery, especially like going up towards like Cherokee, North Carolina, shit like that. I fucking love Tennessee, but if I ever do anything in Tennessee, it's probably just getting land, for sure. Knoxville, I don't know if I've been to Knoxville. I think that's kind of far out. Maybe not. I'm so proud of you. But when it comes down to, let's see. When it comes down to the van life, it's not for everybody. So I understand. I know it's been like a trend, and some people have been getting on it to look cool and all this other shit. I didn't do it to look cool. I didn't do any of this shit. I have a whole agenda behind what the fuck I'm doing, and it's mostly is to make sense for what it is I'm trying to do for the future. So I don't see a reason to rent a place. I already did that last year, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. Had these places, renting places. I got so kind of pissed because last year I added up how much I literally pretty much doled out in rent, and I could have saved up like $17,000, bro. And I'm sitting here like, yo, that shit went away like it was nothing. I might not save 17,000 straight up, but I would have saved at least like 10 stacks, like if I really wanted to, And people will may shame other people for like going back home and staying with their parents to save up. I mean, if you can, you can. People was trying to make it seem like, somebody who's kind of like around my age, shit like that, like is it means something is wrong with you because you have to go back and stay with your parents if you have to save money. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed of any of that shit. You doing what you have to do to so that you can fucking live a better future. I don't think anything wrong with that. So if anybody, have to make you feel bad for doing those things, don't. But if you have any other way to do something, do it. It's mad people out here. Like, I've been running into so many people who living in their cars, because that's still a roof over your head. I don't give a fuck what it is. It may not be like how some people see it as, but there's a lot of people I ran into that living in their cars. Mad people got vans like this. It's out here, but there's a lot of people who don't have that at all. And it's just like, for me personally, I feel like it's a better choice doing this than it is to be paying something that's not going to be yours in the end. It's like you literally just giving away free money, kind of, with a so-called roof over your head that's not even yours, that can be snatched at any given time. But anything can be taken from you at any given time, So it's like, why sit here? And I rather go to sleep knowing that I saved mad money doing this, then, because that shit pissed me off when I added up all that. I was like, yo, I literally spent like, I want to say it was like 15. No, hold on, let me see. Damn, I'm not good at math. Where my phone at? Matter of fact, I need to do something with this too. You know what I mean? When I was in the army. What? Parking, do you have safe? You have to really look into that, like the parking and shit. Hold on. This shit is about to die. But the parking, like, you have to kind of know. You have to like know where to go. Like, I heard that Walmart, they used to have overnight parking, but you gotta have to know where to go when it comes to that too, because some places, they won't allow you to be there, and you got places where they don't really care as long as you're not, doing a bunch of wild shit. You're not causing havoc and just, being a nuisance. You'll be pretty straight. One good thing, I don't know about all airports, but airports is a good option as well, because that's majority of the time that's what I do. It's not free, of course, but the economy garages could be cheaper, than you can literally stay. Let me backtrack, because I don't know about all airports first and foremost, because the airport that I can go to, you can't leave. Like, when you get there, say you set up something for 4 days, you gotta stay there. You can't up and just like leave and then try to come back. No, you'll lose that whole reservation that you have. So I did like a little what's it called? I did like a little test. I was like, let me see what happens if I leave and I come back. I actually had to do shit though. So I left and I came back, and they was like, no, like it wasn't letting me get in, but it was scanning the reservation. It was like, no, you can't leave and come back once you're here, because they're assuming that you get on a flight. So what I had did is I looked and see, you know, I had to test it out to see what it was like first, you know, and then I'm like, okay, so this is the best thing to do. If you're going to be at an airport that does like that has public transportation, and you go and say like you work 10 like 5 miles or something like that out from the airport, if you got public transportation, you should be able to take, unless you got a bike or whatever else, you know, you should be able to take public transportation. I don't know anybody who doing Lyft and shit all the time, because I got enough of that when I was in Jersey. That shit started adding up. But um, you can take public transportation to wherever you need to go. You know, check everything, research what you need to, and then kind of like just because when you go into the airport, you're not going through customs and shit like that unless you literally are getting on a plane. I don't know if you can go through TSA without actually having like an actual ticket to get on to, you know, to actually get on the plane. I think you can still go through there. You just gotta have like your ID, some type of form of ID, because they don't really check like your ticket until you actually get to the gate. That's whenever they're checking your ticket. So I think you can still go into it. So a lot of people park up at airports. They'll have overnight parking, economy. Um, where I go, it's like 30 something bucks. No, it's like 20 something bucks, and within 24 hours. So 4 days is like 4 days is like 70 bucks, something like that. So my bad. I'm from New Jersey too. I'm not reading tarot right now. I'm already done. I don't even know I'm still on here, but people are talking, and I'm just, you know. But it's like 70 something bucks for like 4 or 5 days, and that's not bad because that's cheaper than one day of a hotel. Being in a hotel is like could be like 100 and something. It really depends on the day, but especially on the weekends. But it's like hotels can run up to like 100 and something a day. Not all. Some of them even worse than that. You know, it really depends on what hotel you're talking about. If you're going to a motel, of course it'd be cheaper. But who the fuck wants to go to motels like that? Motels is not something that's sexy, most times. So unless you just, you know, so when it comes to that, it's like I feel like the airport makes more sense. You don't have to. The only thing that sucks is that you can't just you can't leave. You can't go, you know, in and out unless it's, I don't know, this particular airport you can't go in and out, but some other airports it may be different. Not the best, but good night. Oh, good night, Preston. My bad. Thanks. But it really depends on a couple of things. So you just gotta have discernment. You gotta know. You gotta do your research. Kind of look into stuff. Ask questions. You know, anytime you are dealing with anybody, especially if it's anything like, you know, airport stuff like that, they'll put you on game and let you know shit. It's been times where I might have slept at like a Walmart parking lot, and it was a security lady that was like telling me, she was like, yeah, you may want to leave that area that you're at, and because people get wild like in that area, it was kind of bad. So she was like, come in, if you're gonna stay overnight, come stay over here, you know. So she kind of like told me where I could go, so that I'm not, you know, getting disturbed, and so people wouldn't be fucking with me or whatever the case may be, which I'm not worried about a lot of that shit. So it's just like, you know, but it was cool, you know. So it's different now, and it really depends on where you're at too, because some states is just different. Like it's just like that. You just gotta really use your discernment and kind of do your research to kind of know, you know, where you should go, where you shouldn't go. They do have apps for shit like this too. People don't know about these type of things because a lot of people aren't living in RVs or campers or vans or their cars or whatever. So just think of it like a road trip. You know, if you're taking a road trip in your car, some people stop and go to hotels. Some people stop at like the either truck stops or what's the other ones, like the travel centers or the restroom stops off the highways and shit like that, and sleep in their car. So it's just different things. You just gotta know what's up. You gotta know. You just ask questions. It's not that hard. Most definitely, always. Anytime I have a feeling that something's like off, I dip out. I don't even dip out. I don't really be, you know. It is whatever with me. As soon as I feel like I don't like something, I don't stay there. And that's how I felt earlier. It was the area I was like, yeah, y'all doing a little bit too much. I like peace and quiet and just the chill. Like, people are doing the most and talking all loud, and it's just like, no, I don't got time for all that. But yeah, always appreciate it though. This is not witchcraft. Oh yeah. Wait, what was that? 87. Is that the same person that came in last time that was talking about witchcraft or some other shit? This is like if I'm not doing anything. Witchcraft is a formula to it. I don't know shit about any of that. I do know that, you know, the tongue is mighty powerful, and that's all I know. All the other stuff is just if it doesn't mean anything to you, you don't have to sit here and worry about it. Meaning, if it's not something that's like, if it doesn't apply to you, then you shouldn't really have to worry about it. And I feel like that's the same goes for whoever's listening. If something doesn't apply to you, no matter what I say, you don't have to sit here and take it in and be like, yeah, or get all afraid and scared. You don't gotta do any of that stuff. If it resonates, it resonates. If it does not, it does not. But yeah, as far as any of this stuff, like, yeah, it's I'm not gonna say living is gonna get any worse or it's gonna, you know, lighten up. My whole thing is like, you know, buying a house is not that bad. It, you know, it makes sense for some people. That's if that's what you want. When it comes to houses, commitments, you know, a house is a commitment, so just like anything else. That's still something you can't own. Because if you don't pay those property taxes, it's a wrap, just like anything else. So it doesn't really matter. You're renting forever. That's how it feels. And so somebody said something about 600. Hold on, let me see. I know someone that stays in his truck a lot, but gets kicked out of parking lots and stuff, and it's hard to find a decent spot to sleep in peace. Yeah, it's definitely like that in certain, depending on where you're at. Yeah, it's definitely like that in certain places. Especially tourist type areas. If you go to any place where it's like, you know, is a tourist spot, police usually hot, especially sheriffs and shit like that. They just got nothing else to do, but to harass people. I don't know. It's like they're trying to. It's like they're trying to punish people for being, for not being like, you know, a normal citizen, quote unquote. Meaning there's not a white picket fence and no Mercedes Benz in the driveway and shit like that. Like, I don't understand that. But they look at people who live a different type of lifestyle as unworthy of normal, you know, treatment. Like, I don't know. It's weird, especially if you're not bothering anybody. But maybe God bless you. Just Terrell's life hard, but there's always someone to lean on. I use God. He never leaves or changes his mind about stuff. Good night. Sorry about your girl. What the fuck is this person talking about? My bad. I'm looking at some old shit. I help Yuki. Oh, yeah. He was mostly just praising God and saved from witchcraft. He might have been talking about the tarot reading, more than likely. He asked if a certain person is okay. What do you mean? He was commanding every form of witchcraft to leave. There's a line that divides being part of the experience and being disruptive. I don't know. Some people just, I mean, I'm open to everybody's like opinions. I just, I don't really sit here and be trying to decipher somebody's like messages. But if that's how they feel, or if that's what's going on, I still didn't know what he was talking about. But it's whatever. Everything is witchcraft if it's different than the norm. But to other people, it's like that. It's crazy though, because you can be people. It's wild because if the tongue is mighty powerful, that means that anybody can say anything, and that could pretty much be ruled as like witchcraft, so to speak. So if somebody was to come in and troll and say some other crazy shit, that right there is a form of witchcraft, so to speak. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't understand. Not him in particular, but other people who come in, they say certain things, and they turn around and say something is like witchcraft or something. That doesn't make any sense, because how can you troll and then turn around and say that something's witchcraft? If you're talking about things, or if you're talking about someone, that's a form of witchcraft too. So I guess everybody just casting spells, huh? It's like, I don't know. I don't, because I wouldn't go to somebody's channel and just say some crazy shit like that, or be talking about somebody else and what they do as if I'm God. I'm not God. I can't tell somebody if somebody is evil or good or right or wrong. Like, I don't know what people are on. I don't know who they pray to. I don't know shit. Some people don't see words being spells. They don't. And they say a lot of stuff to people. I have people that cuss people out on a daily and call people names and shit. That's a form of spell. That's a spell too. Even if it's true, it's just the same thing. So I feel like some people when they don't understand something, they just kind of like, I'm not gonna say judge it, but if somebody doesn't understand something, they kind of they'll have something to say about it, and that's normal. I love black, but I swear I feel like I get everything on it, or it just tracks everything. Damn. All right, let's see. But yeah, I'm just on here talking shit right about now. I'm not really talking shit, but I'm speaking about certain things. But for anybody who want to do van life, hey, go ahead and do it if that's what you want. I'm a loner by like at heart, heavy hardcore. So this type of shit is nothing to me because I'm always traveling. I'm always on the road most times. Most times by myself. I don't really do. I can be around people, but I don't really care much to be around people unless I want to, which most times I don't, because people are annoying. So there's that. Heck, I could be annoying to myself. So I just know that I just know that people can be annoyed with me, or that other people can be annoying. No, I was thinking about getting a tortoise. I'll probably get a dog though here in a couple of months or so, but I gotta focus on some other things first, schooling and whatnot. So when it comes to getting a pet, I had a pit bull puppy not too long ago, but I just didn't have the patience at the time because I had some other shit I had to do. So the same thing, like if it was a kid, like that's the same thing. Like I'm a certain age, and it's like it would be the same thing if you have a child. You gotta put a lot of things on the back burner until you're able to handle, like take care of that person and then yourself by going and doing this, that, and the third. So I pretty much, you know, I shout out people who have children and able to still go to school and have a job too and all the other stuff like that. Like hats off to those people, because that's just a lot. Having a puppy is a lot by itself. It's the same thing like having a newborn. You barely get a chance to get a fucking a shower in. It's like because they want to whine and cry and shit and bark and go crazy in their cage while you crate training them is ridiculous. It's like, no. So I had to give the puppy away. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. Plus, it's not really. I didn't really want a pit bull, to be honest. The type I want a bulldog. That's the type of dog I want. And whenever I'm ready, I'll do that. But I'm not right now. But yeah, bulldog and a tortoise is all I want. 1 month tomorrow, but I don't go to school anymore. I just work right now. That is a lot. About the time. Oh, later, JK. Appreciate you. How are you? I'm not high at all. I haven't smoked in like almost 2 years. I'm feeling tired, so, but that's cool. You know me. I don't. How can I remember you? I don't know a name like that at all. Oh, you mean you was kidding about what? Oh, you're the same person that said that. My bad. No, that's right. I am tired though, so it's my sleepy ass face. Everybody got it. You're not the first person that came in and said you know me. Maybe you do. Shit, I don't know. Like I used to, and you're like, I don't fucking know who you are. The last thing I actually did was definitely recent, somewhat recent. And the last person I actually dated was fucking like 5 years ago. So I'm saying like, how can you be mad at me not knowing? I don't know you at all. Chris. I never heard of that name. It doesn't ring any bells. It is a chore though with pets like dogs, puppies, and stuff like that. It can be big time. Be constant chores. Yep, it is. You want me to? I mean, you can. I don't. I mean, it's cool that you know me, but I don't know you. I never heard of that name before. Sorry. And you may think I'm somebody that I'm not too. Although they say people who got that have clones out here or lookalikes. I haven't met anybody who look like me whatsoever. But I see a lot of people who look like other people. Like Dr. Dre's son looks like a young Tyler Perry back when Walking Dead was like when he was in Walking Dead. I was like, is that Perry? I don't give a fuck about any of them. I'm just saying like that's who he like heavy. But then he does kind of look like Dr. Dre too, so it's weird. Man, I don't know him. I never seen that person ever. Name doesn't ring any bells. Yeah, it's fucking for me too. My mom's name is Ashley. Yeah, I don't think I know anybody's mom's name to be Ashley. I know what Ashley is not spelled like that though. Good night, LaKendrick. My shit was banned. What's good? This is what happened last time. This Scorpio reading and the shit went on forever. Cause I was talking about a whole bunch of shit that had nothing to do with the. I don't know. People be weird. People be weird. It is what it is though. Good night, Brandy. Thanks. Yeah, my eyes need to go too. I just want to talk about this whole thing that somebody was asking me about, and then I went on a whole tangent about a whole bunch of other Appreciate you guys. I'm out though, because my shit is like